Hello, everyone. This is photo class number 71 coming to you live from New York City. Carmine tries to teach photography. How is everybody? This is March 15th, 2022. It's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon on a bright sunny day. Do not look at the item I'm holding. Don't get distracted. How's everybody doing today? We have something today that not too many photographers either have or have seen or have used or rented because they are unwielding in their weight. All right, what do we have today, folks? This is the Nikkor Reflex F8 500 millimeter mirror lens. Look at that beauty. Oh my goodness. But how could this be a 500 millimeter lens when it's only about as wide as your hand? Well, the mechanics, the engineering, the awesome development of this Nikkor mirror lens is just crazy. All right, let's get into it. This is the 500 millimeter f8 Nikkor Reflex lens. It's a mirror lens. It weighs 1.75 pounds because of all of the glass. It has 6 elements in 6 groups. Now, a group is if 2 of those elements are grouped together, right? But these are individual. And it has 2 mirrors inside. That all adds to its weight, held together in this solid brass body. It is manual focus only. There is no electronics that go from the lens to the camera. When you use this lens, you have to remember to do a few things. First of all, you have to remember to use I highly recommend you use it on a digital camera. Film cameras, here's the problem. Looking through f8, it's fixed at f8. It's a little dim to try and focus, okay? With a digital camera, if it has focus assist, where you can see those little highlights that shows you what's in focus, that's the way to go. So on this camera, I have on this D4, Nikon D4, I have the settings at ISO 2000. Okay, ISO 2000. This will, and I shoot it on aperture priority, keeping it on f8. Okay, manual focus, because that, like today, that guarantees me a super high shutter speed of like 1/4000th, 1/6000th of a second. You need those high, super high shutter speeds. The reason is there is almost zero depth of field on this lens. It is paper thin. It is paper thin. When you focus on something, that area is going to be in focus. Forget about 1 inch in front of it and 1 inch behind it. And we're talking about at 50 yards. A tripod really doesn't help because any shake is magnified 50 times when compared to a 50 millimeter prime lens on a 35 millimeter camera. Okay, so here's how you do it: high ISO, high shutter speed. You lock your elbow into your body. You use your hand as a support. You look through the viewfinder. You focus, and you shoot away. The mirror slap, right, doesn't really affect it that much. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, back to the focusing. There is no depth of field scale on this lens. It lets you focus past infinity, a lot past infinity. Okay, I will show you. Right now, it's on It's on infinity. Watch how much past infinity it lets you go. Oh, a lot past infinity. Why is that? This lens, the elements and the mirrors, the two mirrors, the one in the back and this little circle one, you're looking at the back of a mirror here. The glass in the mirrors in extreme heat will expand and change your focus, and in extreme cold, it will contract and change your focus. They knew that this was going to be used in extreme conditions for wildlife photography. This lens is incredible for wildlife photography. I will show you an example in a few minutes. This camera can be used in street photography. I have an example. It's street/beach photography. Okay? The bokeh you get with this mirror lens is so beautiful. The bokeh, it's not a bubble. It's not a flat round plate. Okay? It's a donut, right? See, like this ring light here? It's like that. It's a circle. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Wait till you see this lens. Now, the cost of this lens, these lenses are not that much because they're not in favor. Everybody wants autofocus. Everybody wants vibration reduction, image stabilization, and coated. This lens isn't even coated. Nikon made two versions. This one is the Nikkor without the C. If there was a C after the Nikkor on the barrel, it would mean coated. You don't need it. These are pretty cheap. Just go on eBay. There's hundreds of them. Okay? I highly recommend them. Let's keep going. It's an F-mount lens. It'll work on almost every F-mount camera or with an adapter. This is a 1983 model, and I bought this used, and it was never used because people have a great idea of using it, and when they look at it and they look at the weight, they go, oh no, how can I ever carry this with me? Well, their loss is going to be our gain. Now remember, a normal 500 millimeter telephoto lens is about 24 inches long. Okay, look at this small little package here. Look, I can almost cover this. This has a lens hood. All right, so without the lens hood, I can basically just palm this lens. Okay, this is no bigger than my professional 85 millimeter 1.4 lens. Okay, but no autofocus. Okay, and you guys, come on, you've gotten very good at looking through your viewfinder and just focusing. Okay, the throw, look, I'm going to show you something. The throw from here to here is 40 feet, right? I'm focused at 40 feet to 150 feet. Look at the throw. 40 feet, 150 feet. The throw is not that big, okay? So make sure that over here, the side of your camera, you put it on manual focus, okay? On a lot of professional cameras, they'll ask you to input non-CPU cameras, non-CPU lenses, right? You put in the focal length, you put in the widest aperture, right? So in this case, you put in 500 millimeter and you put in f8, okay? So this lens, let me tell you something. The photographs I get with this, people have asked me, how do you get that 3D look? Let's look at some photos. Now remember, all the photos we're going to show you, it's only going to be two. They are in high definition, full resolution, CarmineTaverna.com. Just go into the search bar on my website, and you can either put in 500 millimeter or mirror, anything like that to get these photographs. Okay? All right. Look at this. So a summer or two ago, I take this mirror lens. Let's see if I can get it a little bit in focus. I take this mirror lens to the beach. Now, this subject was about 100 yards away. No cropping, full frame, okay? Focused on him, right? But look at the beautiful background. That's the ocean in the background, okay? Just absolutely beautiful. Foreground, out of focus. Remember, it has a sliver of depth of field, depth of focus, right? Background, blurred out. This is the kind of photograph where it isolates your subject. This is what you're looking for. Okay, the next one. This was taken also, I think with the D3, but with the 500 millimeter Nikon mirror lens f8. Look at the bokeh. You see what I'm saying with the donut bokeh? Just beautiful. The color rendition. This we're on a webcam. It's not going to reproduce the colors when you see it on my website. Just gorgeous. These when you shoot color with this lens, it's almost painting like. That's how vivid the colors are. And like I said, this is some wildlife photographs that I took. Both of these photographs, by the way, taken here in New York City. Okay? You don't have to go far to get great shots of almost anything you want. So, two pictures, you saw them. Okay? You saw the lens. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful mirror lens. All right? Real quick, the way it works. Okay? So, the image goes through the front of the lens, travels back, hits a big round mirror, gets reflected into this little mirror, that gets reflected to your sensor or film. And all that reflecting back and forth, right, going from this mirror to this mirror, right, and into your digital sensor or film, right, that cuts, every time it goes back and forth, it cuts the length of how long this lens has to be. That's the beauty of these lenses. Okay? If you know anybody that does any stargazing, those big, gigantic lenses that they use just for stargazing, right? Professional telescopes, they're mirrored lenses because it cuts down on the length on how long they would have to be. Up in space, they have mirrored lenses. Okay? They're not using your standard conventional telephoto lenses. They're using these. Okay? Now, you can imagine up in space how cold it is, all right? And they're focusing, right? It changes all the time because the temperature's up in space, I don't know how many hundreds or thousands degrees, whatever it is, below zero. Okay? So, or hot if it's in the sun. I don't know. I'm not a space guy. Okay? So, this has been a introduction to the mirror lens type of photography. Now, I want to tell you something because I have firsthand knowledge. There are really cheap, no brand type mirrored lenses out there. Don't buy them. Here's the problem with those. They will never get sharp. You can never get sharp, tack sharp, right? Go on my website, you'll see that these are tack sharp. Okay? It's hard here with this with a webcam to see it. Those mirrored lenses that have the no brand and they're like $80, $100 brand new in the box, don't bother. Don't bother. Get the Nikon brand, okay? the Nikkor brand, right? You want the 500 millimeter f8 Nikkor Reflex, okay? That's what you want, because there's nothing worse than getting a lens that's so subpar that now you got to try and get rid of it or return it. All right, go on eBay, get yourself a used. I'm going to tell you something. Almost none of them have been abused because almost all of them haven't been used. People look at it and they go, "Oh my God, what am I going to do with this beast?" And then they realize this is not a lens for around the house or the bar or a nightclub or an event. Okay, this is for serious telephoto work. Okay, this is for anything from wildlife to birding. Okay, this is what you want. Oh, last thing, this works great with a Nikon 2X extender, the TC, the teleconverter, teleextender. Okay, you can make this a 1000 millimeter lens. Yeah, it's going to be pretty dark. Okay, your light coming in is going to get cut. You know, it's going to go probably to an f16-ish if I know my math right on the 2X teleextender, right? Goes from f8 and that'll make it an f16. All right, so then you really got to pump up the ISO, but it works. I've done it. Okay, I've tried it. I was able to photograph like Manhattan from another borough. Oh, it's just incredible. Okay, highly recommended. You will have so much fun with a mirrored Nikkor f8 500 millimeter lens. All right, guys. Hey, got some homework for you. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe, please. I've said this before, but I really mean it wholeheartedly. I have a goal. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers. If you never subscribe to anybody's photography channel, subscribe to mine. Make an exception. Okay? Give me a thumbs up. Comment below. Send me an email on any photography topic. If I don't know it off the top of my head, I will spend a day researching it and I will get back to you. I don't have one person, one email that's been left unread or unanswered. I read them and I answer them all. Like I said, my email's blackandwhitephoto@aol.com. Website, online gallery, CarmineTaverna.com. You're really going to enjoy it. There's over 2,400 photos that I've taken with all the equipment on there, so it'll give you an idea. Okay, guys, look at this beauty. Look at this mirrored lens. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information for you there. Look at that. Look at the mirror in the background, right, which is reflecting on this mirror here. This, you're looking at the back of the mirror here, this little black circle here. Look at that. Look how gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So well made. Made in Japan. This one's from 1983. Guys, have a great day. March is here, which means spring is coming. Summer's coming. We're going to be out there. There's going to be so many photographers out there with this mirrored lens. You're going to say, "Hey, I saw that lens on Photo Class 71 with Carmine." All right, guys, take it easy. Get out there. Go take a picture.